Donuts. Pink one, thanks.
You want the brown one?
I want a pink one now. I want a pink one. Give me a pink one.
Make up your mind. What? Another one?
Look at that.
Probably drunk.
I think it's a her. That's a nice bit.
What's that? What?
You right? Hey, you right?
Sorry.
Mrs. Tarini, you right?
I'm having a baby.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
you'll be right. Excuse me. We're nearly there.
You want a wheelchair or something?
Excuse me.
Pregnant, not crippled.
Get a wheelchair, someone, please. You right?
He's supposed to be here for another 2 weeks.
Early. Thank goodness.
When did the contraction start?
Supermarket. I thought I could drive.
Yeah, well, you had a bit of a contraction behind the, the wheel.
You can't arrest her for that, Nick.
Oh, we didn't arrest her. We just brought her here.
5-6 minutes apart.
Good. That's plenty of time. Then we can get you admitted. And can you track down Dr. Morris, please?
Well, you could do it like last time.
No. We've been through that. Dr. Morris is a specialist obstetrician. He's bound to know more about it than I do.
Excellent admission for you.
Can I have a birthing suite?
Yeah, I think it's free. It's a bit of a change from last time, isn't it? What happened?
Oh, she dropped... she had a baby on the boss's...
Boss's desk? Yeah. Sergio, he doesn't know where I am.
You be right. We'll tell him. Where is he?
In the paddock. And can you tell him that little Adam's at his grandmother's?
Okay, no worries.
Excuse me, Dr. Hamilton, that gastro patient has got walkabout. Can you look after Mrs. Tarini for me?
Oh.
I'll be back.
Hey, you got any names in mind for this arrival? I mean, like Nick? What's the Italian word for Nick? Or Deirdre?
Come on.
Or,
Good luck, Mrs. Tarini. Thanks.
You're going to have Diardo?
Diardo?
Dee Dashimo?
Well, you'd hope the Italians would have more good sense than to call their kid something like my dad, you know?
Oh, something like Nicola. Or Nicky. Or Schultz.
All you did was drive the woman to the hospital, Schultz.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Ricardo, Shane. We're going to take a look at that, I think. Go on.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
What do you think you're doing?
Bloody cops, that's all I need.
Hey, mate. Talking to you, mate. What do you think you're doing?
No!
Nick! Stop, police! Nick!
Unconscious?
They're taking him to casualty now.
What about the offender?
Ran off, but as far as I can tell, he's still in the car park. I've got the keys to his truck.
Good. All right, you stay with the truck. Don't do anything stupid. Wait for help to arrive. PJ?
Yeah,
I'm sending PJ and Maggie. Where do you think you're going?
There's a member in trouble, boss. What do you expect?
I'm sending PJ and Maggie. Cooper, station-only duties means exactly what it says. Besides, Monica Draper will be here in a few minutes to interview you.
Nick, what happened?
He's hit his head.
Oh, not again. Nick, just keep your head still, mate. Keep your head still. Okay, you get him up to X-ray now.
Good morning.
No, you're in the hospital, mate. Go.
Hey? Where?
Last time I saw him, he was ducking behind that burgundy Commodore.
Well, how long ago?
2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, Dash, you take that in. Now you go around that way.
Police, don't move! Doyle! It's locked. I guess a finch. Get off me, you pigs! Ah! Oh, get... Ah! Ah!
Even up to speed, mate.
Get on me, you bastards! Get stopped!
Who's your supplier?
Bloody Dr. Hamilton!
Stop breaking.
Get off me! I'll do you for this! Get off me!
Would you like to make a diagnosis here,
The
sir?
bloody poison me!
Patient.
Oh,
I
yeah?
gave him an anti-nausea shot about half an hour ago.
Bloody doctors, bloody morons!
There's nothing in it to make
A
him
whole
react
lot
like
of you!
this. Shall I sedate him
Yes,
here?
I'd love you to
No,
sedate him.
no,
Dash, I'd love
no
you to get
more
the patrol
bloody
car, thanks.
needles.
Just a mild sedative. It'll just help you relax.
Oh,
okay?
look, you can't do this. This is wrong. It's great.
You got a problem. Need a hand?
No, thanks, Quentin. It's all under control, but Augusta Torini will be really pleased to see you.
Oh, yeah. First rule in obstetrics. If they can come early, they will.
And if they can interrupt the golf game, they will.
No!
You understand, Constable Cooper, that I'm interviewing you for disciplinary matters, which means you're obliged to answer any questions I may put to you. Otherwise, you can be charged under Section 86Q.
I understand.
Let's take it from the beginning, then.
Watch fingers. So, you want a motive? Because Nick said that a truckie threatened him the other day when he booked him for speeding.
Yeah, how serious?
90 in a 60 zone.
No. The threat.
Ah, I don't know. You know, Nick, he doesn't mention these things. You know, he doesn't make a big deal out of it. So you want these? It's the keys to the truck.
Right, I'll have a word to Nick. See you back at the station.
Well, I couldn't stop thinking about Brad Dimmick with my wife Stacey. So when we drove past the Imperial and I saw his car there, I insisted that we stop so I could go in and check. I walked in through the back into the bar and I couldn't see them there.
Chris, have you seen Stacey?
But I could tell from the look on Chris Riley's face that something was going on. So I rushed up the stairs and there they were, cuddling on the bed. I wanted to hit him, but I was in uniform, so I told him to get out.
See you, Stace.
And then Stacey started lying to me, trying to lie her way out of it. At that point, I left the room.
Adam!
Otherwise, I don't know what I might have done. When I got downstairs, Brad and his brother Jeff were sniggering and looking over in my direction, and Jeff said something about my sexy little wife.
Get out of my way, Dimmick.
And I thought, no, don't lash out, just keep walking. And at that point I saw Damien Ellenby. I don't know, maybe I was looking for an excuse. But I thought at the time, if I could be seen to be doing my job, I'd gain some respect back. And I honestly did think that he was still wanted for questioning. I had no idea he was the victim. I thought he was the perpetrator.
So you approached him?
I asked him to accompany me to the station. He then laughed at me. So I then attempted to arrest the suspect, and he resisted arrest.
Well, how did he come to go through the glass door?
I pushed him and spun him round to put cuffs on him, and I guess I must have used more force than I thought, because that's when he went through the door.
You pushed him?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, I've never heard of him, mate.
Just look
Never
straight
seen him.
ahead.
No, mate, no, his name's Gary Gazza Finch. You never gave him a speeding ticket?
Jeez, mate, if I would have, I would have remembered, honestly.
How many fingers?
What?
How many?
Just two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many now?
3, 4, 4. Oh, 5, 6. What does it matter? I'm going to go home.
I'm keeping him.
Oh. Well, we're going out with him.
No, mate. You got to do whatever the nice doctor tells you to do.
Yes,
nice
and
doctor.
the first thing that the nice doctor wants you to do is get your gear off.
What?
Yeah, because, you know, I don't trust you to not try and sneak out of here the minute my back's turned.
He's got a point.
No, what do you mean? No, which side are you on?
Come on, get your shirt off.
No,
Get your shirt off, Nick.
I've got my job to do.
No,
doctor.
mate. What job?
I've got to go tell Sergio about his baby, and I can't do it.
Oh,
naked.
yeah. No, I'll handle that, old Nick. I'll handle that. I'll see you soon, mate.
Oh.
What is it? What's wrong?
It's your wife, Mr. Torini.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, she's gone into labour.
Labour? She's having the baby already?
Yes, she is, and we said we'd drop by and let you know what was going on. And she said to say that little Adam is with the grandmother.
Oh. All right, well, I'll just go get the truck. I'll just get the keys.
done. It's well done.
Is that a baby?
Of course it's a baby. What do you mean?
I think he's supposed to be in bed.
Oh, yeah.
We have a beautiful baby daughter.
Hello, little angel.
Angelina.
Oh, she's perfect.
So are you.
You'll have plenty of time to admire her later.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thanks.
What is it?
Little girl, Angelina.
Great, mate. Well done, sir.
Thanks for getting me here on time.
It's our pleasure.
Joe, congratulations. Little baby sister for Adam.
Yeah, he'll be wrapped.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I'm on my way to a cultural concert.
now.
Has anyone ever told you you're an incredibly bossy woman, you?
Well, no, not anyone that looks as stupid as you doing that outfit. Come
Well
on,
done,
come
mate.
on.
Don't...
When I said rest, I meant it.
Yeah. It's the first time I've been knocked on the head by somebody.
Listen, buddy, this is my turf. I'm the boss around here. You just do what you're told.
Right.
So I think you're in very good hands.
As if he needs to be told.
Excuse me, Dr. Hamilton.
Dr. Morris wants to see you. There's a problem with the Torini baby.
Well, apparently she's been breathing too rapidly. It's something called tachypnea. Her colour's changed and she's had a couple of episodes of fitting. Oh, poor little thing.
But how?
Well, they're running some tests now and they're getting a paediatric neurospecialist up from the city, but it could be anything from a virus to a rubella, epilepsy.
What's the word on Nick?
Oh, as you'd expect, argumentative.
He's very cooperative.
Zoe's favourite patient.
Poor Nick.
Don't waste your sympathies. Have a grand old time.
He was injured in the line of duty by that weirdo you've just let go, PJ.
Nick doesn't remember giving him a ticket.
He doesn't remember because he was knocked unconscious. I'm telling you, that guy took one look at Nick and went zag. Been a mixture of the drugs that he was on. Zoe Hamilton doesn't think so.
McKinley, if you've got a theory, why don't you check it out instead of standing around arguing about it? The penalty book, see if Nick ever issued a ticket to this Finch bloke.
All right.
Sergeant, can I have a word, please, in your office?
How'd it go?
I don't know, it was thorough.
Well, she must have said something.
Now you can tell, mate. It's all about eye contact. She gives you a farewell look, you're in with a chance. If you get nothing, go for the high jump.
Cheer him up, why don't you, PJ?
I have to say, it's not looking good. Of course, Cooper's contrition seems very genuine, and that may count in his favour, but...
Falcon Price is out for blood.
Force has had a lot of bad publicity lately. We have to be seen to be doing the right
Listen,
thing.
believe me, I do not condone bully boy behaviour.
Well, coming as this does on top of the shooting of Brad Dimmick.
Cooper was cleared on that matter.
Tom, you know how the game works. Politics. It's all a matter of timing.
So Cooper gets to be a football and Falcon Price gets to kick himself a nice easy goal.
So, no tickets?
Doesn't mean he doesn't hate police.
Yeah, what made him go copper today, eh?
Maybe he was right about the injection affecting him in some way.
Righto, Macca, let's go.
Oh, what, you and me?
Well, you're the one with all the theories, Gromit. Let's try one out. McKinley.
Oh, God, sorry about that. Damien Allenby.
Yeah.
Look, sorry, here, look, I'll take that. Sorry, and how's your arm?
Oh, you know, been doing physio.
Yeah?
Still can't work my fingers properly.
No, I guess it takes time.
I say I'll never have full-range dexterity again, which means goodbye to my artwork and my career.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that Constable Cooper feels really bad about what happened.
So he should.
Can I get you another coffee?
It doesn't make sense. When she was born, she was perfect.
Look, Mr. Torini, the birth process is... it's traumatic for any child, even with the best...
I'm not blaming you. I just want some answers.
She's perfectly understandable. Dr. Morris?
Your daughter is in intensive care, Mr. Torini.
paediatric neurosurgeon's on his way, and as soon as he gets here, we will do everything...
Yes, but what happened? How did she suddenly get brain damaged?
Well, these things do happen suddenly, Mr. Torini.
Dr. Morris is a highly qualified obstetrician, Sir Joe.
Can we help you?
Yeah, I'm, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just need a word with Dr. Zoe there.
Oh, that's it then, is it? Well, next you'll be telling me it was the will of God.
I'm a happy customer, right?
Emotional places, hospitals. A bit like police stations. Have you met my partner?
Quentin Morris.
There you go and see Detective Hasham. Can I just have a word about that gastro?
No, leave it to it. Okay.
Now, Zoe, we both know that Gazza Finch is a bit of a speed problem. We're not talking about driving fast, right?
Yeah. But he didn't look like he was on anything when he came in this morning.
Did you ask him?
Of course I asked him. He said he wasn't. That doesn't usually mean very much, so I rang through to Amy and got her to check his file. There's nothing.
Was he nauseous?
Yeah, he thought he had one of those 24-hour stomach bugs. He said he had a job driving to Sydney. He didn't want to lose a day's pay. So, you know, I gave him the shot.
So if he had residual speed, still in his system, could have reacted with the shot you gave him?
Well, I'd have to look it up, but yeah, it's possible.
All right. I think I'll pay him a home visit.
That sounds hefty.
The way I see it, I've got no choice.
Hey, you shouldn't be talking to her.
Molly.
She spilt my coffee.
Yeah, that'd be right. Come on. Damien.
Well, so I ran into Damien Allenby at the hospital, and he said that they're thinking...
You talked to Damien Allenby?
Well, I couldn't help it. Anyway, he reckons that they're going to sue Adam for damages.
How much?
About 200,000. It's a bit steep, isn't it?
Not if the lad's incapacitated for life.
Yeah, but how is Adam supposed to pay that? We don't earn that kind of
Well,
money.
for a start, they won't just be suing Adam. They'll sue the Victoria Police and probably the state government as well.
And what if Allenby wins?
Then the force will be picking up the tab.
Assuming I'm still a member, what if Draper's report goes against me? I mean, what if ESD decides that I used excessive force? Will they still pick up the tab then?
Oh, no, you don't.
You talking to me, are you?
Nick, this is really stupid. You've got concussion. You need to lie down to rest and give your brain a chance to
Bashful,
recover.
happy, smiley.
What?
7 dwarves. I'll go through the 7 dwarves,
okay.
little blokes.
How
So
about
my brain still go.
pig-headed,
Happy,
stupid.
bashful.
You've said him.
No, whatever, it's enough.
That's only 6.
Bashful, John Howard.
Oh, no, I don't believe it.
I've just had to inform Mr. Torini that his baby daughter has died.
How? How did she die?
Well, it appears she had a cerebral hemorrhage.
How could it happen? My beautiful baby, it's not fair.
No, mate, it's not fair. It's awful.
Has anyone told the mother?
Well, I was just about to.
I'll do it.
Oh, no, look, we can
No, look, it's my wife. It's my baby, I'll do it.
I could have sworn that baby was normal at birth.
Well, obviously not.
How could such an untraumatised birth result in such a...
What are you suggesting, Doctor?
Dr. Morris, I know you've delivered a lot of babies, but I've never seen
Miss, it's a
anything
very
like...
sad business altogether.
Yes, it is. You know, you're more trouble than the whole rest of this hospital put together.
How'd that baby die? The Torini baby.
You heard Dr. Morris, it was a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, I heard Dr. Morris, but now I want you to tell me what you think of it.
Dr. Morris is a highly qualified and very experienced obstetrician and gynaecologist, and we're very lucky to have him in Mount Thomas.
Oh, that's pretty gutless. Just closing
Well,
ranks.
if that means I'm not going to spread unfounded rumours about a colleague of mine, yeah, you're darned right I'm closing ranks.
That's gutless. Just protecting your own.
Oh, well, that's something you guys in the police force would certainly know a lot about.
Adam, are you going to fight this, or are you just going to sit there?
What's the fight, Dash? I pushed the guy and ruined his life.
Oh, he's bigger than you, isn't he?
Yeah, so?
Oh, so you must have pushed him pretty hard.
What, have you joined the toe cutters now, have you?
No, I've just been thinking about it, you know. It's not that easy to accidentally push someone through a glass door, you know.
Give me a break, will you?
He's resisting arrest. Why would you push him? No, did you push him this hard, was it?
What are you doing?
Adam, was it this hard?
Stop
Show
it, will
me,
you?
was
Just
it
forget-
this
oh, this
hard?
is
Look,
stupid. Forget-
I'm Ellen
Dash!
at the pub, right?
Leave it, all right?
The people around, I'm laughing at them, backing away. You're trying to arrest me, and the people around
Look,
jeering.
just forget it.
Who was around, Adam? Was Brad Dimmock there?
No, he wasn't. It was Jeff Dimmock. All right? He was jeering. All the other guys from UREC were laughing, OK? And Molly and Chris were standing there trying to break it
All
up.
right, now, did you have the cuffs out, did you?
I went for them with my right hand and I grabbed him with my left.
Was it just a grab?
No. Look, I'd lost it at that stage. It was more like this. You all right?
It wasn't so hard. Especially not for someone as big as Damien Allenby.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Adam? Inspector Falcon Price needs to see you at St David's 4 o'clock.
Good news is I'm kicking you out.
Good.
Oh, there you are, at last.
Sergio, what can I do for you?
Oh, you got to tell me where Morris lives. I reckon he's gone home.
No, I don't think that's appropriate. Maybe I can help you.
See, I got to know what happened. I talked to that prune-faced nurse, and she said speak to the doctors, but I can't find them.
Oh, you've been looking, mate, the pub.
No, a golf club. Someone said, he goes there for lunch. Not today. It's not at the clinic. Must have gone home. Where does he live?
I'm not going to tell you that while you're in this state, Sergio. Why don't you just go home and sleep it off?
No. I'm not leaving till I get some answers.
Hey, now, Sergio, you're not doing yourself much good
See,
or
I
your
don't
family.
understand what happened. Why is she dead?
Look, Sergio, these things do happen.
Oh,
There's not a lot...
Look, I'm not going to accept the will of God. You know, when she was born, she was beautiful, perfect. And then she's brain damaged, and now she's dead. And I think I'm entitled to know what happened.
Well, no one's going to argue with that, mate.
You see, something happened in that birthing room after I left. One of your doctors did something to hurt my little girl.
Sergio, it wasn't Dr. Hamilton, though, was it? Because she came out with you just after your little girl was born.
Look, sometimes, Sergio, an infant just fails
Oh,
to survive. There's
Look,
nothing
I'm not
that you
going
can
to
do.
listen to that.
You really need some help.
No.
Look, Sergio, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm going to get hospital security
No!
because you need to...
Nobody leaves till I get the truth.
But you were there. You must have seen what happened.
Well, no, I didn't really, because 1 minute they were arguing, and the next minute there was glass and blood everywhere, and Damien was screaming.
Yeah, but if Adam grabbed Damien, not pushed him, you would have seen that.
Look, I just didn't. I'm sorry I can't be more useful, you know, it's... I'll get the lunches for you.
Damien. Look, I know what's happened to you. Nothing can compensate for that. But the way it's looking for Adam, he's going to be kicked out of the force.
Well, he should have thought about that before he pushed him.
And you're absolutely sure they did push you? Deliberately? Because that's what you're going to have to swear to in court. Look, it's not just about his pay packet, it's his life.
It's too late.
No, it's not.
I can't. It's not just me.
If he can't work again, what's he supposed to do? And who's going to look after him for the rest of his life?
And if Adam's not responsible for what happened, do you think it's fair that he should pay? It's in your hands.
Which hand?
Now, Sergio, you don't need that, mate. You don't need any of that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get Dr. Hamilton to go get Dr. Morris and bring him in here and talk to you.
No, we won't.
No, what do you mean you won't? This guy's just lost his little daughter.
I'm not putting my colleague in a position where he has to answer to a drunken maniac.
All right, so I'm a drunken maniac now, am I? It's my fault?
Sergio, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. It's just that,
My
you know,
little girl is dead. She wasn't even alive for 3 hours. She wasn't even baptised. Don't you think I have a right to be upset?
Of course you do. It's perfectly normal that you should try and look for somebody to blame. It's a natural part of the grieving process, but I give you my word that all the staff in this hospital did everything that they could to try and save you.
Including Dr. Morris. Huh?
Dr. Morris is a highly...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't make a mistake.
It's highly unlikely that Dr. Morris made a mistake.
Well, you thought he might have made a mistake. You know what she said? She said the baby was born normal, didn't you?
There, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. He did something to my baby, didn't he?
I'll tell you what we'll do.
I want him here now.
Sergio, what we'll do, we'll get him here now. We'll get Dr. Hamilton to go call Tom Croydon, and he'll get Morris and he'll bring him here and he can answer the questions, OK?
The police?
Yeah.
Good idea. I'm going to call them right now.
No. Shut up! Shut up, both of you!
All right.
Boss? Inspector Draper needs to re-interview Damien Allenby as soon as possible.
Why? I'd like to speak to Nick Schultz, please. Why?
Because he's lying.
McKinley, he was admitted this morning. A possible concussion, I think. Listen, I expressly told you to stay
there is some
right away
doubt
from...
now as to whether it was a push or a grab.
Whose doubt? Yours? No, I don't know what room he's in. Listen, you can't expect an ESD inspector to reopen an investigation because you've got a bee in your bonnet.
Well, has she gone back to Melbourne yet?
No, she hasn't. She's still at... Nick?
See, it's only a phone call. She can only say no.
I'm holding... McKinley! Yes, thank you.
They're all the same, doctors.
What I'm going to do, mate, I'm going to answer it or let it ring or...
Yeah, answer it.
Hello?
Nick, how are you? How's the noggin?
Hello, Auntie Rita, how are you? You good?
What?
Visit? Want to come visit?
9 would be good.
Nick?
Sorry, mate, she's a bit deaf. What's that? Some sort of code, is it? What are you talking about?
Code? Are you trying to tell me you've got a code 9?
Yeah, that's right. 9.
Hang up.
I'll see you at 9.
Bye.
Nick! McKinley!
Well, what do you know? Slimming tablets. Prescription.
Yeah, take enough of them and it's the next best thing to speed.
Yeah, but they're not illegal, are they?
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 509. Are you there, PJ?
Mount Thomas 509. What's your problem, boss?
Have you found Gazza Finch yet?
Negative.
Listen, I think he might be in with Nick.
He's just called in a code 9.
But I think I understand why you're doing this. I mean, you can't do nothing. Even though you know she's not going to come back.
That's right.
The least we can do for you, mate, is to find something you can do.
I want to speak to Morris.
Of course you do.
Sergio, not while you're drunk.
I'm not leaving till I get some answers.
All right, now, look, mate, look. All we've got to do now is just make a bit of a compromise here. I mean, because if anything happened to little Angelina, if Dr. Morris harmed Angelina in any way, I think we're all agreed he can't get away with it. Can he?
Okay, Sergio. What I'm going to do is run an inquiry into the death of your baby. And if I see any reason to blame Dr. Morris or anybody else, then I'll contact the AMA.
More doctors looking after their own.
No, it doesn't have to be that way, because I'll make sure there's a police inquiry, and that'll keep them honest.
It's, Sergio Torini, he's got a broken bottle.
You don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to be alone. We're here to help you, mate.
Please don't move.
Ah! Go easy. He's giving himself up.
Are you two okay?
Fine.
He hasn't harmed you at all, has he?
No, he never touched us.
Through here, thanks, mate.
This guy just wants some answers. He wasn't going to hurt you.
No, mate, I'm sorry, but he had a broken bottle.
Well, he gets a bit aggro because no one's telling him what happened. You can see his point.
No, the point is, mate, he held you and Zoe hostage, all right? Now, it's not on.
What?
Now, it doesn't matter
Boy,
who died.
What's the problem? Are you all right?
I'm fine. You should listen to this, though. That guy is a grieving father. He's lost his baby, and the doctors are closing ranks. The doctors are giving him the runaround.
All right, we're looking at false imprisonment, threat to cause serious injury,
good call, mate. Kick him while he's down. Go and throw the book at him.
You don't want him charged?
No, I don't. I don't want to charge him. I mean, I don't. You got to charge him with something, but not me.
Thanks very much.
No, boss, I said we'd find out why his baby died.
Nick, it's a medical matter. It's not up to us. Leave it to the AMA.
But it is up to us. When someone dies in suspicious circumstances, it's homicide. What's the difference?
What other suspicious circumstances here?
I don't know.
People die in hospitals every day. Now, you know that.
That baby was born healthy. Even Zoe Hamilton says the baby was born healthy, and it suddenly developed some brain malfunction.
Yes, we heard about that.
And then before specialists can come and look at the baby, it conveniently dies.
What, because of the brain problem? Is that what you're saying?
It's on life support. Now, I'm not an expert, but think about it. I mean, it wouldn't take much to kill a 3-hour-old baby, would it? And then no one does anything about it.
Yes,
we just sweep it under the carpet and it's forgotten. And someone gets away with something, maybe.
Who reported the death?
Quentin Morris. He's Zoe Hamilton's new partner.
Excuse me, boss.
Yeah.
Monica Draper's on line 3 for you.
All right, put her through. So I gather you're interested now.
Yeah. All right, so if it is malpractice and the baby lives, then the parents can sue for a fortune. But if the baby dies, they can only make a couple of grand out of it.
Can I look into it too?
You talk to your doctor.
So, how well do you know this Dr. Morris?
Oh, not you as well. Joined the practice about 3 months ago. Excellent credentials. You can have him. Nothing too strenuous, though.
So, why on earth would he come to Mount Thomas?
He had a messy divorce. He was stressed out. He wanted a quieter life.
Check his background for any malpractice suits?
Are you suggesting that Dr. Morris has deliberately covered something up?
Did you?
No, I didn't. He's a very fine doctor with a very good reputation.
Well, he prescribed these slimming tablets to Gazza Finch. He didn't put them on his patient's file. Well, Gary Finch doesn't look overweight to me.
Well, that's what I told him. Weight problems all on mine most of the time.
You'd have a record of that, wouldn't you, on his patient's file?
Yes, of course, it's standard practice.
Well, just one more question, sir. You signed a death certificate for an Angelina Maria Terrani, infant.
Yes, a most unfortunate business.
And tell us what happened.
Well, I'd just done a check on the child. She was as well as could be expected, and shortly after I was summoned by Sister Ryan. She'd heard the monitor beeping. In spite of our best efforts, we couldn't save the child.
Was Sister Ryan with you when you checked the child?
No.
So you were alone?
Yes, I suppose so, but the child was monitored. Is that all?
So, got to give him a motive.
Well, the baby's got brain damage.
Well, who else was at the birth?
Gwen Ryan, the sister.
Well, I assessed the baby while Dr. Morris took care of the mother. She needed a couple of stitches. The baby's APGAR scores were perfect.
Did you at any time leave Dr. Morris alone with that baby?
Why are you asking?
Just answer the question, thanks.
The baby wasn't out of my sight until after I took it down to the nursery.
Which is when you noticed the baby's condition had deteriorated.
Yes.
And you're satisfied with the treatment Dr. Morris gave that baby?
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming in again to talk to us about this matter, Mr. Allenby.
What is all this? McKinley tell you about the civil suit, did she? Say protecting her own.
I can assure you, Mr. Allenby, that we're just as anxious as you are that you get just compensation for your injuries. But we simply want to make sure that the right person is being held responsible.
Everyone knows it was Cooper who pushed me through the door.
Then you won't mind going through the events of that afternoon just one more time, then, will you?
I was having a drink with my mates, minding my own business, and Cooper suddenly started hassling me.
What did he say?
He said I was wanted for questioning, and I said no, I wasn't. And I wasn't, because I'd just come from the station.
Did you explain that to him?
Well, I tried to, but he wouldn't listen. He just kept coming at me, pushing and shoving.
Was he trying to get handcuffs out?
I don't know.
Well, some of those packed closely around you might have seen. Who were they?
I told you before. Bruce Harper, Eddie Kingston, Chuck Fowler.
Can you show me exactly who stood where?
Bruce was beside me, Eddie was there, Chuck was beside Eddie, Cooper's standing right in my face, Molly was over to my left.
Jeff Dimmick, where was he?
What?
Where was Jeff Dimmick standing?
Jeff, he must have been next to Bruce.
Right beside you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
You didn't mention Mr. Dimmick in your previous statement, Mr. Allenby.
Didn't I? No, I must have forgotten.
Or perhaps you were too frightened to mention him.
No.
I believe you're withholding relevant information from us, Mr. Allenby. And in order to avoid future penalties, I'd advise you to tell us the whole truth now.
Everyone was yelling. Cooper reached out to grab me, and just as he made contact, I think I might have tripped on something.
He's lying.
Nevertheless, Mr. Allenby's just given us a signed statement in which he explains you tripped him.
How would he know, the snivelling little mama's boy? Wouldn't know if his ass was on fire.
Yes, well, he felt your leg hook round his.
Well, it could have been anybody's.
I don't think so, Mr. Dimmick. You see, over the past few months, you've given Damien Allenby every reason to be acutely aware of your presence. He knows exactly who tripped him.
And that's why I kept quiet about it.
It was just a bit of fun. I didn't mean for him to go through the glass.
What about ruining Constable Cooper's career? Was that just a bit of fun as well?
He deserves it. He killed my brother.
That's enough. Mr. Dimmick, you'll be charged with making a false statement, which amounts to perjury in relation to the statement he gave us several weeks ago.
We'll also be contacting Allenby's lawyers. I'm sure they want to be able to sue the person directly responsible for his injuries.
What time was Constable Cooper due to see Inspector Falcon Price?
4 o'clock.
Any luck?
Bye-bye.
Well, it's going to be hard to prove anything, but we're working on it.
Well, it turns out that this wouldn't be the first time that Morris has faced a malpractice suit. 2 years ago in Melbourne, the insurance company paid out. Now they won't touch him. So if the baby had survived and the Torinis had sued...
He'd be paying out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt his pockets would be deep enough.
Well, this morning when they called him in to deliver the baby, it was at the golf course. 19th hole.
What, at 10 o'clock in the
He
morning?
sounds like he loves to have a drink, old Quentin, doesn't he?
I wouldn't have said he had a drinking problem, no.
Could you smell alcohol on his breath this morning?
A little bit, but it was his day off. He wasn't expecting to be called in.
Were there other times you worked with Dr. Morris and he smelt of alcohol?
Yeah, once or twice. But, I mean, doctors work under a great deal of stress. It didn't appear to affect his work.
You found the dead baby, didn't you?
Yes.
So what did you do then?
Well, I called the code blue and Dr. Morris came immediately. Well, he said he had just checked on the baby.
By himself?
Yes, I assume so. I didn't see him go in.
And where were you?
I had a headache. I'd gone to get some aspirin.
So you would know if Dr. Morris had gone in there, turned the monitor off, and then on again.
What are you suggesting?
Sister Ryan, are you aware that Dr. Morris no longer has malpractice insurance? And are you also aware that if Dr. Morris faced a malpractice suit over this baby, that it would ruin him? You know how that baby died, don't you?
I did leave him alone with the baby, but just for a minute, I just went outside to get a lamp, and when I came back in...
Yeah, go on.
Dr. Morris was... He was rising to his feet, and he had the baby in his arms like he was picking something up.
You dropped the baby.
Mrs. Torini was asleep. I hoped it was wrong. But that's when the baby started to deteriorate.
An oversight.
I simply forgot to write up the card.
No. Firstly, he was my patient and you didn't even bother to consult me. And, secondly, slimming pills for Gary Finch. You must have known why he wanted them, and it certainly wasn't to lose weight.
He would only have got them somewhere else.
Nice. It's a nice little money spinner. How many other patients have you treated like this?
I resent that implication, Doctor. I do not peddle prescription drugs.
Well, it's nice to know you draw the line somewhere, mate.
Dr. Quentin Morris, my colleague has something to share with you, sir.
Dr. Morris, we're here to arrest you for the assault and subsequent murder of Angelina Torini. You're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
He what?
Dropped her.
But surely that would have shown up when this neurospecialist did his test.
No, after the baby died, the tests were cancelled. Well, even without an autopsy, it's proven.
So how did he kill her?
Well, it wouldn't take much to suffocate a baby. Just pinch the nostrils. Gone.
All to avoid being sued for malpractice.
And paying the kid's upkeep for the rest of his life.
How'd you go?
Well, it was strange. Inspector Falcon Price shook my hand, asked me how I liked the job, told me to work hard and keep my nose clean and sent me on my way.
Good on you.
Good on you, mate.
Eye contact, remember?
It'd be better coming from you.
Uh-huh. You just think I need to practice telling patients the truth.
Yeah, I do. I think the truth's a lot better than these things just happen.
Okay. Mrs. Trini, I've got some really painful news about your daughter Angelina. We now know that she was born perfectly healthy, but at some point after you and I left the birthing room, Sergio, Dr. Morris dropped the baby. That was what caused the brain damage. Now, she